Hello, hello, hello. So, I want to take a look at Dark Forest of Skyrim SE. Now, I'm looking at the HD version, about 275 megabytes. Now, I did a show, but I think I did a show on the lesser version of it. Let me go back here, because I did do the Dark Forest of Skyrim at one point, but I don't think I did the HD version. And I seem to remember liking this. I mixed this with another mod, though. Now, let me come back here to the HD version. This is the one we're going to look at, and we might try a couple of variations. But to start with, we're just going to try it by itself. But it does a lot of things. It adds 1,000 trees and things around. No, wait. Let's go back. Let me go back up. I'm messing this up. It includes over 4,000 hand-placed trees, shrubs, and mushrooms, because you'll notice they did some mushrooms and other things, okay? So they added some stuff in all over the place. They do not change any of the vanilla trees, though, okay? So they did not change or mod any of the vanilla trees, so you can still use it with a mod that improves the vanilla trees, okay? So we might be able to bring in, like, enhanced vanilla trees or something like that, or, you know, something along those lines. Because this adds its own trees, and some of them are not trees. Some of them are mushrooms like that, or crazy stuff like that. It does have its own appeal and its own look, okay? So, as you saw, I just downloaded it. It's a big mod, about 275 megabytes. Now, this was ported by Modder725, but I think this was by someone else, wasn't it? Oh, I may owe them an apology. No, okay, so it was by Darshondo. There we go. So it was ported by Modder725, and it's by Darshondo, okay? So there's a number of different things you have to look at with this mod, though. It's not just one or two places. So this is going to be another one of those shows where I have to wander around. Now, I'm hoping they don't actually have these snow trees, because those snow trees, you know, I don't like. But if they have a lot of this other cool stuff, it could be very good. And if we kind of like this, then we could try bringing in something like enhanced vanilla trees and maybe even bigger trees and see what we think. So it's just a thought. Let's just try this first and see how this looks. I'll see you in a minute in the game. Alright, so here we are outside of Falkreath, and you won't notice a lot of difference here. You'll notice that tree there. And everything else looks pretty much the same. Looks a lot like just regular old vanilla forest here. Now, I didn't do anything but that one mod. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be mean when I'm saying what I'm saying. It's just, I think that mod does a lot more than just some trees and dead trees. You know, notice how it has this little bit of ground fog here and a dead tree. I think it does things like that too. And of course, we're near, you know. Oh, look, they probably added in that little shroom there. Some little shrooms. And there's the door, of course. You know all this. So here's some things I think this mod adds in. This mod adds in some cool stuff. It really leaves you to figure out what you're going to do about the vanilla trees, which again, maybe enhanced vanilla trees and something like that would, maybe even that and bigger trees would work with this. Now, mind you, this just adds trees, okay, and it adds those other things we talked about. So this is generally what you're going to see here around Falkreath, alright? So, I'm going to try to pick up the pace here, okay, because we got a lot of places to go, so I'll see you in the next place in a moment.
Affirmative. Moving up now.
Alright, so here we are at Rorikstead, and you will see a little more trees. They did mention it would be kind of like an oasis. So you see some more trees. These are nice trees. They look good. You know, Rorikstead usually doesn't have anything out here that I remember. So these all look very nice. Well done, you know. Alright. So that's cool, and I think that tree up there is special. I don't think that's a vanilla tree. If you look up that way, if you see where I'm looking, which you should if you're looking at the screen. If you're not looking, I can't help you, but that is totally your option. let's just go up here a little ways and see if we can see this better. Pardon me. Yeah, see some of these trees there? See how some of those look? Now this is definitely from the mod. Some of these look like some old, dead, horrible trees. Oh, and you see why right there. Kind of goes with the theme, right? And then there's that tree, which is kind of its own cool thing. Give them credit for that. That's its own cool thing. Okay. Very nice. My grass is not... Oh. Okay. That was strange. So maybe doing this HD version's a little much. Did you notice that the grass just popped in? Just popped in. I don't usually experience that. But this is a bigger mod, and I did just do a reset, but maybe, you know, maybe it needs more... Oh. I think these people are coming to see me. You know, I don't think... Okay, maybe I did put the God ring on. Okay, good. Alright, well, that is the happy place that is Rorikstead with this mod. Now, like I said, you will notice that, I did have that weird grass pop in. Now, I can't say that would continue to happen. It could be that would clear up, that your game, you know, sometimes the game smooths out after you've had the same mods for a little while. So it could just be, you know, that's just a little rough patch. Nonetheless, if you look around here, there's not a lot to see. So we're going to move on. I mean, it said something about an oasis. It did not say anything about this, like, land of the dead trees. But nonetheless, that's what you get. You do get that, too. Yes, I see you, Mr. Deer, Antelope, whatever you're supposed to be. There's a wolf in town. How unusual is that? There's a wolf in town. Uh-oh. Well, we might have a problem here. Let's see if this... Oh, it's straightened out. Good. Okay. This mod, doing the HD version... Now, I'm on an Xbox One X. It might be a bit much for me to run this mod with all the other mods that I have going. So, maybe I should have chose the live version. But nonetheless... Let's move on, and we will check out something like Dragon Bridge next. I'll see you there in a minute. Alright, we're here at Dragon Bridge. Now, this mod does have some cool features. Those trees are kind of cool in their own way. Now, notice that the vanilla trees are still very vanilla, so I'm not very surprised. Very, I'm not surprised. Anyway, we do want to go up here, though. We want to see something, and not necessarily the snow trees. I really don't care about that. But I want us to go up here and be able to see... Oh, there's that skeever. We killed that skeever previously. Let's see. Come, let me up there. My goodness. Yeah, see, I want us to go see some of that down there, okay? So we're just going to take a quick peek here. We're not going to run all the way up there. Okay, good. These look more like the icy vanilla trees that I kind of like. So if we used enhanced vanilla trees, we would probably be fine. Now, let's see. Let's see if we can find a quick route to get down here so we can see across the way. One quick way would be to die, but that would not help us. That would not end up being as fast as we want it to be. But I do remember there's some nice stuff to see down this way. See these trees? These trees are different and kind of cool. This mod does add some things in that you won't see in other mods. And it's up to you if you like them or not. That looks... The tree trunk looks a little odd, doesn't it? Not necessarily bad, just a little odd. I'm not going to put down... Oh, well, you saw that. Anyway, you can see across the river here. You can see our friend the mud crab over there. I'm going to head out towards the marsh. That's what I consider that area over there. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's cool. Anyway, I want to head over and see if we can see the marsh decently. because I think that's a nice atmospheric thing. Yeah, the LOD stuff might need some work. This might not be working out quite as good as I want it to. And, you know, when you have multiple mods messing with the LOD, that I think that thing kind of happens. I probably need to work on the positioning of things. But nonetheless, if you come out here and see how this marsh looks, now this is a very cool atmospheric look going on here. Oh, it's a stupid spider. I hate spiders. You really? Very well. I would have let you alone. I hate spiders. I don't really care that much about you. Anyway, I still think this is a very atmospheric thing. If you can get the LOD worked out so that it does correctly and it doesn't quite pop in as harshly as it does in on me here, and maybe if I used the light version it would work better, I think you would find this to be pretty cool though. Alright, so I wanted you to see those things, all this stuff that we've just walked through, but we need, I think, to go somewhere else. So I will see you in a minute.
Good work, Marine.
Alright, I'm not sure what we're going to see out here exactly. It looks like the LOD for this tree mod, or the LOD or load, it looks like it might be arguing or fussing with Skyland a little bit, which also has its own LOD. And like here, you're going to see a few trees like that, but you're not going to see, I don't think you're going to see a lot of trees out here in the Rift anyway that this mod adds. I don't think it adds a lot out here. It might add a few, like a few more stumps, and like maybe a few more broken down trees like that, a fallen down tree. It might add a few more things like that, but I don't think it's going to add a lot else. Now it looks like they added like a green bush there. That's really bright green. I'm not opposed, but it doesn't look like there's much else here. And like I said, you can see things kind of just loading in. Not quite as, I'd like for it to be a little nicer and smoother than that. Now I have this tree mod. Now look at that. It does have some nice trees, and it does have some added out here. I'm not sure that this is going to do the job, though. But it could be the smaller version of this mixed in with the other, you know, maybe the bigger trees and lush. Maybe this as a mixed in mod, the smaller one, this could be good. The smaller version is only a little over 100 megabytes. It's not as bad. This one is way too big to, it doesn't really do that much, and wow, it does adversely affect the LOD. I hate to say it, but it does. Alright. Anyway, here's my Eek again. Hello?
My Eek wishes you well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Too much magic can be dangerous. My Eek once had 2 spells and burned his sweet roll.
Yes, he burned his sweet roll. I think we went through this, didn't we?
How does anyone know there was a city of Winterhold? My Eek did not see it with his eyes.
Me neither. No, I did not actually, Mike. You are correct. Alright, so anyway, I think that's all there is to see here. I don't think this... There's such good things about this mod, but I don't think it's blending well with what I'm doing right now. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I will show you the mod again since we are kind of doing a show on this. This is the bigger version. I think possibly if I did not have Skyland in and they're both trying to affect the LOD, I think it might be better. That's just a thought. It might not be better. It could be that this is just one of those big mods that doesn't work as well as we wish it did, you know? That is the way it goes sometimes. I seem to remember the smaller version worked pretty well, you know? So maybe, you know, if you watch my show on that, maybe you can look at that and see what you think of that version, okay? Alright, so I'm going to hop out here and show you the mod.
Roger that. Make it quick.
Alright, so we were looking at Dark Forest of Skyrim SE. We were looking at the HD version because I've actually done a show on the other version. It is a very nice mod with its own look and feel to it in places. Notice that it is in addition. It is not a tree replacer at all. It is an addition. It is a now it says it's a comprehensive dark fantasy style landscape overhaul. The landscape will look very different. A lot of different features. 4,000 place tree shrubs. Does not change vanilla trees, and it makes some following changes. And it mentions 1,000 hand-placed dead pines, etc., etc., etc. A lot of stuff. So, and it does do some different things. And it does change the marsh, and have some dead trees and giant mushroom forest. There is that, even though we did not go see that. Still, it's just something to be aware of. I did not see. Oh, we did not go out to the Reach either, so I apologize for that. But we did not. But that's okay. I mean, if you saw the other, if you take a look at this, if you go and look at combine this up with looking at the other show I did on the smaller version, you would see a lot of these same things. It definitely has its own look and feel, and both versions are very good. I just felt like this was, I don't know, it's still not what I'm looking for, okay? It does have its own unique look and feel, though, and it's very nice in what it adds to the game. So if you like it and you like that style, you could possibly enjoy either one. And remember that you can add it to any other, well, you should be able to add it to most other tree mods if they're just replacing or upgrading vanilla trees. So like we might be able to do like lush and bigger trees, or maybe, something of that nature, and still have this, because these are additional trees, but there are some landscape changes. So just keep that in mind. It could, it could have some problems with some things if they also make landscape changes, and try to add things in the same places, okay? Alright, so that is the Dark Forest of Skyrim SE HD version. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later. Hello, this is your friendly dragon vendor. Not feeling so friendly today. I think you're in debt to me and you've not paid your tab. We may have to send the leg breakers after you, and if that doesn't work, I can always come and snack on you for myself. This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.